Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. Wednesday, the 16th day of August, National Rum Day. Do you like rum?
Not really. It's
Not
too
your
sweet.
thing? I was going to say, you're vodka, right? Not rum?
Yeah.
Okay. Or just everything,
Vodka, gin,
everything other than rum,
bourbon.
pretty much. Okay, that's... We don't need a list. National Airborne Day today. National Roller Coaster Day today. You like roller coasters?
I do.
Unless you've had too much rum. And National Tell a Joke Day. I love Tell a Joke Day. Maybe I'll tell some jokes. Maybe not. All right, coming up here in a moment, I've got a guest joining me from the TV program Alone. I think this is the 10th season of this. It's from the Discovery Channel. And we've got Alan. He's one of the contestants. Tomorrow is like the final day. We're going to find out who the big old winner is. And it could be Alan. I don't know. I wonder if he knows. I don't know if he knows yet or not. But anyway, we're going to find out. The world is going to find out tomorrow. But we're going to be chatting with him coming up in a bit.
It's more important now than ever before to have a better credit card. We would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. A study suggests that a 4-day work week or shorter work days might be the best way forward. Previous research on the benefits of this working has showed lower levels of stress and burnout and better work-life balance. New research showed at the opposite, the negative impact of not reducing hours, not reducing days work, and continuing to plod on with a standard 9 to 5, 5 days a week routine. Researchers from Texas A&M found, Heidi, that our productivity dips towards the end of the day and dips even more towards the end of the week. So they're saying that at the end of the day, people just kind of feel like
People
leaving.
are ready to just go home.
Yeah, you're saying at the end of the week, people have their minds somewhere
Sure
else.
glad
You've got
they
to be
did a study.
kidding me.
But you know what? If they shorten it to 4
Yeah.
days, the same thing is going to happen
I
on
think so too.
Thursday
I
instead
don't
of
know.
Friday. So
Anyway, worst time for workers in terms of productivity and errors, Friday afternoon. Who'd have thunk it? All right. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help you protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Heidi, did you know that researchers say they've discovered a sea creature in the southern ocean of Antarctica that has 20 arms?
Oh.
Yeah, searching for a group of cryptic sea animals known as Promaturninans. I probably got that wrong. Antarctic feather stars is another name. They came across a new species. Anyway, it's the Antarctic strawberry feather star. Why didn't they just call it that? 20 arms branch off its central strawberry-like body, can range in color from purplish to dark red. Researchers did not provide measurements of the animal's overall size, but I think maybe they just didn't want to get too close. But there are photos if you want to see them. I've got a link to the photos. Do you want to see them, Heidi?
Sure.
All right, I'll click it here in a second. You can as well. I've got the
I'm
link.
always fascinated with the weird stuff found
There
in
is
the water.
weird. Yeah, there's stuff and you're like, what is that? And like, it's just, that's what things look like at the bottom of the
Yeah,
ocean.
it's crazy.
And we're like, that's why we don't go there more
That's
often.
exactly right.
All right, I've got a link to this photos in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. Barbie and filmmaker Greta Gerwig continue to make history at the box office. Another film surpassed Frozen 2. They beat that one now. It is the top-grossing female director of all time, Gerwig is. And let's see, what else do they have here? 20th film to break $500 million domestically. $477.4 million in North America alone, $1.13 billion. So what I'm saying is, I think Barbie's
It's done okay.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen it. I
Yeah,
really do want to see it.
We were going to go, and then we had something come up. We didn't
Yeah,
get
we
to go,
did.
but it's not like we're boycotting. We just haven't had time. Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez have announced that they will establish a Maui fund in response to the wildfires that happened there. They're going to dedicate $100 million.
That's nice.
Yeah, and Jason Momoa continues to engage his social media following about the disaster in Maui as well. So he's chiming in with advice and talking about, because this is like where he grew up apparently. It's like an area that he's very, very familiar with. So big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com.
Do you cringe when you get your mobile phone bill? Mint Mobile can help. Just $15 a month for premium wireless. Give your family a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone to Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That is far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. Researchers, these guys had nothing better to do. They started tracking monkeys in Africa, and they claim that these monkeys will boast to other monkeys about their sexual exploits.
Really?
Yeah, so they're like, these monkeys are pretty proud of what they're up to. So.
I don't know why that makes me oddly happy.
I just think here's the thing. Somebody was like, they're tasked with, okay, you gotta follow these monkeys around and see what they're doing. And then that was their challenge. They're like, oh, this is what I have to do? Seriously, I have to do this for months? And then they come back.
How
and
awkward
they're
would that be in the zoo?
I know, I don't know. It was
It's like only like 4 of them, so...
I don't know. It just, this is in Africa. And somebody got paid to do that study. Researchers, sorry, let's move down here. A supermarket in Germany asked customers to pay a little more for some items last week. Now, with high inflation for the past few years, that in itself is not particularly noteworthy, but discount grocery store Penny charged more for things like meats and cheeses to reflect their, quote, true cost on the environment and on people's health.
Oh, wow.
At all of its 2,150 branches, Penny's raised prices for 9 products based on calculations from 2 German universities, taking into account costs related to climate, soil, health, and water use. One brand of cheese rose from $2.74 to $5.33.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, it's a 94% increase. Scientists determined that Madazam cheese production cost 85 cents for emissions such as methane, 76 cents in soil damage from farming practices, 63 cents from pesticide use, 10 cents from groundwater pollution. Mühlenhof, a wiener, a brand of sausage there, increased from $3.51 to $6.62, an 88%
How do they
increase.
expect to sell anything?
Other products spiked upwards of 60%. Some customers approved of the idea, while others called this stunt directed at consumers. They said it's just a stunt. And they say they're talking about being unsustainable agriculture practices. They're going, no one's going to keep doing this. If you're going to do that, we'll quit buying it. And they're like, yeah, that's kind of what we want. Here's the thing. Then just quit selling those items.
Right. Why
If
are you
wanna
even bringing
sell
them in?
Just quit selling them. I think it seems very odd. That was going to be my weird news, but I stuck it here instead. Scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. If you're looking for a new opportunity, South Dakota is calling. There's over 27,000 open jobs at this very moment. Whether you like the city life or if you're more of a fan of the rural lifestyle, South Dakota has plenty to offer. From the Black Hills and the Badlands on the west side of the state to the rolling prairies in the middle with many small towns and the city of Sioux Falls on the eastern edge, there's no state income tax in South Dakota and many job opportunities. Learn more about what's waiting for you in South Dakota at movetosd.com. That's movetosd.com. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Wednesday. On the line right now, I hope he's still on the line right now. We're having some technical difficulties with the phone line here, so we're hoping to make it all the way through this interview here with History Channel's hit survival series Alone, now in their 10th season. 10 competitors dropped off to compete, and somebody's going to win $500,000. And I've got on the line with me Alan Tanita, and he is one of the people who's still available to be the winner. And first, I'm going to check and see, are you still there?
I am there.
All right. Well, we hopefully will have you all the way through this interview. We've got kind of a weird connection here, but from my understanding, you guys are kind of in the middle of nowhere right now. For people who don't know much about the TV show Alone on the History Channel, let's give them a synopsis of what this is.
Well, it's this is its 10th season, And it's a program where 10 participants selected from quite a few applicants are dropped off alone in the wilderness with 10 items that they're allowed to choose. And the last person that taps out wins, basically.
Again, it is the 10th season of Alone on the History Channel, and tomorrow is the season finale, so somebody's going to win this. It could be Alan, the guy we're talking to. Over the last 10 seasons, there have been some amazing things that have happened on this show.
Yeah, lots.
And there are some other reality shows that do similar things, but nobody does quite what you guys do on the TV program Alone, right?
No, absolutely not.
And like you said, the last person standing is the winner. And tomorrow night, we find out who that is. It's the season finale tomorrow night. Let's talk about what the winner walks away with tomorrow night. It's a lot.
Well, the last person standing wins $500,000 in American funds, which is more for a Canadian.
And that is an amazing prize. Tomorrow night, we find out who the winner is of that prize. And this is not something that just anybody can do. This is a challenging thing to win.
Yeah, it does. It takes a lot of it takes a lot of not only skill but a lot of mental fortitude as well.
And people need to understand where you're filming this. You're not on a set somewhere in Hollywood. This is a very dangerous place to be. Wild animals, crazy temperatures. I mean, this is a very dangerous thing.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, there's the area we were in northern Saskatchewan, a very large population of black bears, moose as well. Yeah, a whole bunch of critters cruising around.
Well, tomorrow night is the night we all find out who the winner is, and you are one of the finalists. So you are down to one of the people that could win this $500,000 cash prize. What was it like to be a contestant to make it this far? Was it as bad as you thought it was going to be? Was it even worse than you thought it was going to be before you went on the program?
Well, I had quite a bit of time to prepare, and being a Canadian, and I've lived in the northern parts of British Columbia before, which is very similar to northern Saskatchewan. I was familiar with the types of fish that were up there. I was familiar with the animals, and I was expecting it to get very cold. So, some things surprised me, but for the most part, it was generally what I expected. It was, it got to be a very difficult experience when the weather started getting cold. It was just a lot of different things needed to prepare for, but luckily we all had quite a bit of time to prepare for it. So it was, with a few exceptions, it was generally kind of what I expected, but all in all, it was an incredible experience.
And Alan, I'm reading here, when you're not on this program, you're a school teacher. This has to be night and day different from being a school teacher.
Absolutely. Yeah, I teach outdoor education at the local high school here, along with some English and social studies. But that was it. And I hope you guys tune in Thursday night, August 17th, 9 o'clock on the History Channel, 8 Central, and see how this thing pans out.
Well, that is tomorrow, and I am wishing you the very best. You are one of the contenders for $500,000 prize. I wish you the very best. I hope that you come home with that money. That would be awesome. Thank you so much for your time today, Alan. We appreciate it.
Hey, thank you. Take care, John.
Absolutely. Again, our guest today has been Alan Teneda. He is with the History Channel's program called Alone. Season 10 of the hit survival series Alone will come to an exciting conclusion tomorrow night. Again, today is a day we get a chance to chat with him. I hope that they send him our way because he's the winner. Doesn't he just seem like a nice dude? That would be awesome. But somebody's going to win $500,000 tomorrow. We'll be able to find out if we check it out on the History Channel. I've got a link to all of the information in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Thanks for listening on a Wednesday.
It's more important now than ever before to have a better credit card. We would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs, whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit. We can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
That's bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The average NASCAR driver loses 10 pounds while racing. Holy cow. Each race?
Really?
I should start driving NASCAR. I could just do, 10 or 15 races. I'll be good. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The salty taste of bacon is not natural. That flavor that comes from the one that we like comes from curing and brining. It's not
Okay.
so there you go. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
If you're 18 years old, you have about 3,300 weekends left in your lifetime. Choose wisely on what you do with those. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
5% of people never have experienced a headache. Oh, I wish I could say I was one of those.
I very rarely
I
get them.
headaches all the time. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
WD-40 has never been patented because if they patented it, they would have to tell what's in it. They don't let anyone know what's in it. So there's no patent on WD-40.
Huh.
There you go. Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help you protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com. Question for you, Heidi. 32% of women do this while getting ready to go out. What is it? I don't know if you do this or not, but I do. Not for me, I do for you.
Look in the.
They look at their tush in the mirror.
Oh well, I was going to say
You ever
look
do
in
that?
the mirror.
You ever look in there?
Everybody looks at their tush in the mirror. You want to
Everybody
make sure
does?
you don't look fat.
I have never looked at my tush in the mirror, ever.
Really?
Never.
Huh.
I don't even know if I could, honestly. Now I'm gonna have to do this as an experiment. All right, Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com. I don't want to know what's going on back there.
Do you cringe when you get your mobile phone bill? Mint Mobile can help. Just $15 a month for premium wireless. Give your family a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone to Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That is far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Maybe it's not the first flavor you think of when ordering ice cream, but apparently some people like this thing called spaghetti sundae.
Ew.
Yeah, it's making a comeback in Germany. Don't worry, there's no real spaghetti in it or any kind of pasta either. It's known as spaghetti Eis. It's a German word for ice cream. The dessert consists of vanilla ice cream that is passed through a device for cutting dough. It gives it the appearance of noodles,
Oh, okay.
like spaghetti. The ice cream noodles are then topped with strawberry sauce to resemble tomato sauce and grated white chocolate that looks like sprinkled Parmesan
cute.
cheese. While the fun confection dates back to 1969, the spaghetti sundae has reemerged over the last 5 years, and now is about 40 million servings of spaghettis are sold annually in Germany. And the stuff looks, well, like spaghetti. If you're wondering what it looks like, I do have a link. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. This is the first of this list. We might have this for a few days because it's the perfect time of day to do stuff. So picking the optimum time makes a real difference. Here's when you should do stuff, like cleaning the house. When should you do it, Heidi?
Everybody does it on the weekends.
They say set a time limit for yourself to do it and make sure it's not eating up too much of your day, but they say do it early in the day. So early in the day, and if you want to do weekends, that's fine. When's the best time to write? Most writers agree that early morning is the best time to write. If you're doing like a novel, right when you wake up, you're still close to a dream state, you can have all kinds of fun, you're a little more creative according to them. When is the best time to have a difficult conversation, Heidi?
Oh my gosh. I don't
Sunday
know.
morning at breakfast.
Really?
Yeah, that's the best time. So if you've got something difficult that you need to talk to somebody about, Sunday morning at breakfast. Heidi, what do you do on Sunday morning? When I get breakfast? And we're going to have more of these because I've got several more to get to. We'll have those in the future on the list. You can see the ones we've done so far in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. If you're looking for a new opportunity, South Dakota is calling. There's over 27,000 open jobs at this very moment. Whether you like the city life or if you're more of a fan of the rural lifestyle, South Dakota has plenty to offer. From the Black Hills and the Badlands on the west side of the state to the rolling prairies in the middle with many small towns and the city of Sioux Falls on the eastern edge, there's no state income tax in South Dakota and many job opportunities. Learn more about what's waiting for you in South Dakota at movetosd.com. That's movetosd.com. Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way courtesy of insurancechicken.com. Our quote today is from Tom Snyder, who says, "Misers are no fun to live with, but they make great ancestors." What does that mean?
I have no idea. Oh, because misers, they save money.
They scrimp and save and
Yeah.
pinch and there we go. There you go.
So you'll get
You get
some
their
money.
inheritance.
Yeah.
Tom Snyder, you crazy old fox. That is a good way to look at it, I guess. All right, your quote of the day comes your way courtesy of insurancechicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. Here's a headline. Police officer mows lawn for an elderly resident amid a heat wave. I love these stories.
Yeah.
Anytime one of these pops up, you know I'm a sucker for it. I'm going to read it because I just think it's great. A police officer in North Carolina went above and beyond the call of duty, mowing the lawn for an elderly resident during a scorching heat wave. So this Lieutenant Steve Kelly was concerned for the well-being of an older person who was struggling with the task of maintaining their lawn. Officer took it upon himself to make a positive impact. So I'm trying to figure out which one it is because it says Officer Mitchell over here and it says Lieutenant Steve Kelly. Anyway, so I'm not sure which one, or maybe it was both of them. But they caught an elderly citizen who was not able to mow their lawn in the heat. They were out and they saw this person. And it was no surprise. Lieutenant Kelly always goes above and beyond the call of duty. And we're proud to say that our community is a better place because of Lieutenant Kelly. So Kelly is the one.
Lieutenant Kelly.
Mitchell must be the one that was telling the story on social media. Good news story serves as a reminder that even in challenging times, small acts of kindness make a significant difference. Also, reading the story ahead of time makes a significant difference. I'm sorry, I didn't read this ahead of time. I didn't have to because I saw what it was. I'm like, I know I'm reading this one. I'm just diving right in. Lieutenant Kelly's thoughtfulness not only garnered recognition, but also sparked conversations about the importance of looking out for one another, especially the elderly, in times of extreme weather. I love that story.
That's
I've got
beautiful.
a link to it in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to The John and Heidi Show.